Hello GNDR members, my name is Salvador Bustamante and I'm an evaluation consultant giving support to the Institute of Studies on Conflict and Humanitarian Action. I'll be taking you through a series of videos on the theory of change to strengthen your capacities in this area as part of GNDR's Local Leadership Academy. I hope you enjoy and can apply and share this learning within your organization and in the community. In this video, we're going to see the fundamentals of the theory of change and understand what it is and why it is important. Basically, in a nutshell, a theory of change describes how an intervention, a program, or a project is supposed to work and what it's supposed to achieve. It identifies the relationship between all the elements of an intervention. We will see also what are those elements, but basically it is a specification of what must be done to achieve a series of expected results. It serves different purposes, but one of the main purposes of developing a theory of change is avoiding the black box. Any intervention can be understood as a system, as a basic system where using a series of inputs and conducting a series of processes or activities that will lead to reach some outputs, some expected outputs. The black box refers to what happens within the intervention, within the program. What are the processes, how the intervention works, and how that leads to the expected results. And the theory of change puts particular focus on establishing what are the causal mechanisms leading from the use of a certain resources or a series of activities to the achievement of a series of results. Basically, the theory of change in a most simple way describes if-then logical pathway, and as I explained, understanding that if we conduct a series of activities and we use, by using a series of resources, we will achieve desired results. The causal mechanisms that are included in a theory of change are clearly identified or should be clearly identified and explained to reveal the underlying theory that in which any kind of project is based. And why it is important to have a theory of change in any given intervention? Well, first of all, to really understand what happens, how an intervention works. That gives us a lot of opportunities to improve the project, the program, as we understand each little causal mechanism and causal link between all the elements of the interventions, and we can identify in which areas we might have been or we might be facing bottlenecks, or we might be missing opportunities, or we could strengthen some good practices, for example. That's why understanding how an intervention works is that relevant. That also allows us to establish levels of contribution of our intervention to expected results, understanding why and how change happen and what allow us to claim contribution for our project in terms of the impact or the higher level results that are expected to be achieved. The theory of change also helps us differentiate between theory failure and implementation failure. We might be conducting activities effectively as planned and following our logical frameworks, our planning, our work plan, but we might have a failure in our theory on how change is supposed to happen that prevent us from achieving expected results. By developing a fully fledged theory of change, we might be able to identify whether we are facing a theory failure or implementation failure, or both, right? Having a theory of change is also very important in terms of developing M&E systems, since understanding all these causal linkages between elements and how, what are the assumptions that are taken into consideration at every single causal pathway of the results change of our program, allow us to identify, for example, indicators, allow us to put focus and to monitor certain processes that might be more problematic or more challenging than others, and allow us to strengthen in a eventually our M&E system. Finally, the theory of change also helps ensuring a shared understanding of the project by all different stakeholders. And that is also a key feature of the theory of change, and it's used to communicate results. It's a clear representation of the program that is also usually presented in a visual manner. So it really helps stakeholders understand how what is our project trying to achieve and how and why we are expecting to achieve that.